Thanks for joining me on the hottest day of the year so far. So we're going to do a bit of all sorts today. So we'll be doing a bit outside the workshop and a bit of work inside the workshop. Welcome to Wooden Stuff Workshop. So yeah, inside here I want to start and get doing a sympathetic restoration on this scooter that we found. It's a 1969 Triang scooter. It's called a Giant. Get that stripped apart and see what I can do with it. But as well as that, let's go out here in the mess. This is the wood that I've got for doing the sides of the shed. I'm going to be making some new sides to that soon. But I had it all stacked up there, if you can remember, under that black plastic. And because all the wood's moist and the sun shining on the black plastic, so it was moist and hot under there, started growing mushrooms under there. So I've got this to sort out and stacked properly, because really it wants sticks between it so we can get some airflow through here. This is going through to the front. So I got this wood out the front, just brought here a couple of days ago. It's from some trees that were being chopped down. So we've got some lime here, most of it's lime, but then there's this fruit wood that is cherry plum. So I've got a few bits of that. So yeah, I've got all that to move and put somewhere. Thought it would come in useful. So the bug house. So in the bug house I can see some cobwebs and such like in it. So something's making a home in there, in the bug cabin. Got to sort out where it's going to go. I think it's going to go on the workshop wall somewhere. The pussycat's in the shade because it's so hot today. And I've still got these to glue up to biscuit joint and glue up for a tabletop. Still haven't got round to that. But anyway, first thing, let's see if we can get this stripped down. Actually, let's not start this first. Let's get them planks stacked up properly with sticks between them, because they'll turn out like bananas in the sunshine if I don't get them nice and flat. But first thing, let's get them stacked and then we'll get on with this and strip this down. what I'll do, I'll stick them all like that and then just put some roof sheets, little parts of roof sheets over the top so that the air can get all around them. Hopefully they'll dry out nicely like that. But they're only gravel boards, but I'm going to be using these, like I said, for the side of the shed to make 2 new sides. There we go, that should be better. So I've got them all sticked up there, and we've got this metal roofing over the top of them, and I've also tied them to the fence bracket over there, so that comes through and screws to here so that it can't tip over, because I know what's going to happen. The cat will probably jump from the fence onto the top of here, and the stacks was a bit wobbly, so that'll stop it falling over. So the air should circulate lovely through there. Right, it's miles too hot to work outside here, so let's get in the workshop. Wow, I'm glad to get in here out of the sunshine. I'm not a sun worshipper, I like it when it's a bit overcast. But now we can start stripping this down. Let's see how it goes. First thing I've got to do is get my fan going to try and keep cool. And yeah, let's see how we get on with this. I hope the fan isn't too loud for you, but I really do need it. While I remember, I'll show you in my other workroom that I've got in the back of the house here. That's where I've positioned the metalwork lathe, the little metalwork lathe that I got. And recently I bought a 3D printer and I built that, and I've got that in there as well. But yeah, we'll go in there sometime, probably in the next few weeks. But let's get on with this. So I think let's try and get the wheels off for a start. So yeah, we're only doing a light restoration on this, nothing too wild. I want to stop it from rusting anymore. I'm thinking about the way I can get the rust off and then just keep it preserved like that. So I was wondering whether white vinegar will do it. Leave it in a few hours in that, then clean it all off. And I've bought some, this is tool protection wax. I got it from Axminster Tools. And I'm thinking about wiping that over the top to sort of protect it, stop it going rusty, you know, to keep, sort of prevent it going rusty again. But it's a Triang Giant, so it's bigger than a child's one. It's a bit bigger, so for older children. I think it's even big enough for me to have a go if I make sure everything's safe, even with my weight. So yeah, I think I'm going to try some of the white vinegar in a piece, like underneath here, underneath the mud guard or something. What I don't want to do is just soak it in vinegar, everything in vinegar, and it wreck the paintwork. I don't think it will, because I'm not going to leave it for long. But that's got quite a bit of rust. If I fetch the loose rust off, spray that in vinegar, in that white vinegar, leave it for a while and then see what happens. Right, let's get this wheel off. There's this aerial thing on the front, not exactly sure what it is. but quite like the look of that. So I'm gonna see if I can clean that up, and then I'll stick a little flag off it or something. Need a lot of vinegar to stick these in a bath of it, so I'm thinking about wrapping parts with tissue, with like kitchen roll, and then spraying them so that hopefully the vinegar's sort of held in place. But I don't know. Let's just leave that in there like that. What I've got to neutralise it afterwards when we've finished is some bicarbonate of soda. See if that WD-40 will loosen that off. Right, on there, looks like that might be a pin going through there. Big massive pin with a hole through there for something like a split pin or something. Obviously there's nothing there, unless it had some kind of cap and stuff to go on there. But yeah, I wonder if that'll knock out. Wonder why that's out, but it hasn't come out the bottom, unless it's sort of welded or fixed in when they're built. Let's have a look. Unless that mudguard was stopping it from coming out, that front mudguard, because there's that mark on there. So that was probably the bottom of that. It was either rubbing on it or it was stopping that pin from dropping out. So let's see if we can knock it out. I can't get to it properly because of that, so I'm going to have to use something else to hit. Sort of drift it out. Let's have a look what we got. Oh, it's moving. I think this is quite neat on here. It's got like this kick down stand for your scooter, so you don't have to lay it down. And there's the brake. So all that you do is put your foot on there, push it down, and that just pushes against the tyre. Alright, let's see how you get these apart. Gentle bit of teasing, see if I can tease them up a little bit without them snapping. Oops, I'd have got to that. Let's get that spring out. Oh. I think I've got to that clip now there. Yeah, that's not in too bad a condition. I'll give it a sand up. I'm not sure if we need to get that apart, because I can get to all that to clean it all up, and it works really good. The WD-40's done the trick and made this nut on this aerial thing come loose, so that's good. Let's give that a spray as well with vinegar. I've got things in this, all the bolts and things in this tub with some vinegar on. Some white vinegar. And this is had the vinegar on since we started taking this apart. Looks like it's cleaning the paint, making the paintwork brighter. Because I think when I've seen other people leave it in vinegar, sometimes they've left it for like a day or two. But just want to be careful, that's all. God blimey, got to get this done quick and burning up out here. That's better. As you might have guessed, this didn't really work. So this white vinegar spray, I think this vinegar must be diluted a bit. You know, it don't seem to be very pokey. Because I sprayed some in the bits and bobs in here, and it's hardly taken any of the rust off. But anyway, so I've gave up with that idea. Maybe if I left it in there for a week of that, it might do something. But just to be safe, I've cleaned the parts again with water and bicarbonate of soda, just to neutralise the vinegar. And so now what I've been doing is using wet and dry and WD-40. So I've been spraying WD-40 on and gently being careful on the paintwork, just wet and drying it just to fetch off, to make it smooth and fetch off any rusty lumps or anything. But I think that's going to be the way to go for me with the rest of it. So what I'm doing now, just cleaning up this part. This is the back mudguard, but this rivet on there with them is a bit loose, so what I've got to do, I need to turn that over and just knock that rivet and make it a bit tighter. Knocking the back of this, trying to spread it a bit tight to tighten it up. Oh, that's tightening it up. Look. That's it. That's got the rattle out of that. Good. Right, I'm going to carry on cleaning these with WD-40 and wet and dry paper. But I think that's it for this video. I know I haven't done a load of jobs like I planned to do. I wanted to get a tabletop glued up and the logs moved from the front, but it's just too hot. It's hot everywhere. It's hot in here, hot and humid, and it's hot outside. So it was only a short video, but yeah, I'm going to carry on with this. Thank you very much for popping by, and I hope you come back next time to have a look, see what we're up to. So thank you very much and take care.